this video this week short. I haven't gotten a whole lot more done on these granite bases. So um, I've been tied up with other things, other jobs. So I just haven't had the time to do a whole lot more on this. But what I have done is the wire. Um, I had ordered some stainless steel wire, and I had talked about the importance of wire ties. So I got a couple spools of this 18 gauge stainless steel wire. Or in order to make up this wire tie, I twisted 2 strands together. So just to give you an idea about how you can do it, and you can kind of figure out your own way if you want, but it gives you kind of a start. But to calculate the volume, or the length, I just wrapped it around column. A little bit more than 2 times. So in order to allow for so when you twist it, you get slight reduction in length. And because this wire is so strong, despite its small diameter, you can see it's got a lot of spring to it. Unlike a mild steel or even a galvanized steel, which is much softer, this stuff has a tremendous amount of spring to it. And the first wire that I put together, I did that just with a pair of pliers, and it was a lot of work just fighting against it because it constantly wanted to untwist itself. So that's why I've used the drill. And you can figure out your own way, but this kind of gives you some place to start. My way is not necessarily the only way. It just gives you a kind of an idea of way of thinking. And that's really the intention of all the things that I show, is to plant the seed of a thought, of a notion or a way of doing things. And then from there you can kind of work out your own way. But it's certainly one way of doing it. And then afterwards, so I got the full length and I double it. And I twist one end together. I have the looped end. So what I'll do is I've got here on the drill it's just a bolt that I found a wing nut that just happened to have the same thread pattern. And this was the only thing I had sitting around. You can use anything that you can put into a drill that will provide enough to catch a wire to twist it. And the idea being that you just string the wire over the looped end over the wing nut, and as the drill turns, it twists the wire. So the other end, I have set up here it's just a C clamp. That's a small C clamp. You can use anything that you can clamp down it's firm. And I just put it onto this one of the pieces of the cap that I've yet to shape. And so I put the end that's twisted over the end of the C clamp. The idea being that it just gives it something to firmly clamp it down to the bench. And then the other end on the drill. So as you can see, this makes a lot more of a consistent twist than you can just do with a pair of pliers, and it's a whole lot easier. This wire actually has a tremendous amount of tension to it. You want to be careful when you're done twisting it, just to release it easily, because this thing, as you can see, it's spring loaded. But yeah, so that's how I did it, and I just wanted to, show how I did it, because I think that it's a handy little way to do wire ties. You can use that idea to twist wire for just about any kind of a job. So it's just the right thickness to fit into a 3/16 saw cut, so a standard diamond blade saw cut. And this will allow me to loop it all the way around in a continuous band into a nice deep chase, which is what, so I've got a chase cut here. I still have to finish squaring up the top, but I was kind of eager to try out just to see if it would actually work. And sure enough, it has. So here's the saw cut. And I went in nice and deep, which allows enough around the corners, enough space around the corners for the wire to clear the top. So this is what was my first test. As you can see, it's kind of a sloppy twist, but it does the job. It's so I had this in it, and then I realized that I jumped the gun and I hadn't actually squared up the top yet. So I pulled it back out again. I'm glad I didn't glue it. But in the end, that's how it'll work, and it'll wrap all the way around, and there'll be one on the top. There'll be also one on the bottom, and then I'll also do the base. I'll cut that into here, and I may actually have to cut it into because it's going to be so close to the inside edge. I may have to cut it in on a tapered cut. So from this edge inwards and go all the way around, and that will allow me to get in close enough to the center without it being at the surface. So that's probably how I'll do that, and then I'll also put one on the bottom, and then I'll do that for the other one. So it seems like a lot of extra effort, but believe me, it's going to make this base extremely strong. And one of the reasons why I want to make this base so strong is because it will be actually the form for concrete. So once it's all these pieces are put together, cleaned up and finished off, then we'll take them up and assemble them in place and fill them up with concrete with a plastic conduit running through the center for the wiring. So this is, serves two purposes. So it's got to be strong to resist the outwards pressure of concrete mix, which has a surprising amount of hydraulic pressure to it. Anybody who's ever done any formwork knows you don't chance it. You always make sure that it's extra strong. So this will provide both strength for initially pouring of the concrete, but it also will provide tremendous strength through many frost cycles. So that's why I'm doing it. It's always a good idea to over-engineer. That's it for today. I'm almost through this project. I know that it's maybe not taking everybody's interest, but I hope that if you've watched up to this point, that you are enjoying the content, at least the information I'm providing. Maybe not me, but yeah, so we're almost through this project, and then we can move back on to other content, and I have a lot of other ideas coming up very soon. So Thanks for watching. If you could remember to like, subscribe, and share this content with other people that might be interested in this stuff. Um, it would help out my channel quite a bit. I know that you know the drill, but sometimes it's nice just to hear the reminder of it. And feel free to comment. I know that not everybody has their own channels, but I am trying to establish a community, and um, I'd love to hear from other people what you think of these projects. Even if you don't like them, maybe you could just let me know what about them you don't like. Uh, that would really help me to kind of refine my content creation and understand a little bit more about what other people are interested in and not interested in. Because it is a bit of a hurdle to climb through uh, when you're trying to find your niche, your place. And since my channel is still relatively new, I've yet to actually figure out exactly what people are interested in. Because what I'm interested in isn't necessarily what everybody else is interested in. So if you could help me out that way, I'd be very grateful for that. But otherwise, I'll see you next time. So thanks for watching.